What's going on, guys? I hope you're all doing well. And this video is just start. There's no reason to wait anymore. There's this saying that the best time to plant a tree was 55 years ago. You said you were going to do that thing how long, and you still haven't done it yet. This is the importance of beginning with where you're at. A lot of people are afraid to take the first step because they're afraid of making mistakes. Think about this. You do not have that much time left. You're not going to live forever. You're not going to have the same amount of energy that you do right now. And every day that you wait, every day that you stall, every day that you procrastinate, there goes another day where the strength that you had that you could have put into building, you put into doing nothing. You're sitting on your potential, you're sitting on your greatness, you're sitting on who you could become, you're sitting on what your capabilities are because you're afraid to either take the first step or you're just afraid to make that mistake. Bro, I make so many mistakes on this channel, man. People that make their way to the top have made mistakes. They've made more mistakes than more people than they can probably count. Thomas Edison, the one who created the light bulb, it took him over 1,000 tries to create the light bulb. 1,000. And you're getting tired and you don't want to take it after you made one mistake. Bro, compare that to someone who made 999 attempts. Can you imagine the amount of time that they probably wanted to quit? The amount of times where they probably wanted to give up and say, man, there's just not going to be no light. I guess we're just going to live in the dark for the rest of our life. But no, he's seen the need. He knew the purpose and he knew the value of what he was creating. You need to understand that what you have to create has value, meaning, and purpose, and it can impact lives and change lives. And I thank the Lord that Thomas Edison didn't give up after those 999 failed attempts. Some of you guys, and including myself at times, have failed after only 2 times. A lot of us drop out of what we were trying to start because it got hard, because it got difficult, because life happened, because situations came in the way. We give up our dreams because it gets challenging. Who said this was supposed to be easy? This is not going to be easy. And if you're at the breaking point, you're at the threshold where it feels crushing, congratulations, brother. You just made it to the top 1% because where you are right now is where most people give up. 55 years ago, you could have started that business. 55 years ago, you could have started that YouTube channel. 55 years ago, you could have started what it was you said you were going to start. The best time to begin is now. Now. Because if you wait, you're not going to have the energy you need to create. You're only getting older. I'm only getting older. So how do we solve this? We step out in humility. Humility is the entry ticket. The Bible says, do not despise small beginnings. I know it may not seem like you have a lot right now, but Jesus used a little boy's loaf of bread, and he used it to feed 5,000 people. Never doubt what God can do with your little bit. It may not look big right now, but if you continue to be faithful, if you continue to sow that seed, there will be growth. And if there's not, you can at least say you've experienced life more than someone who was afraid and stayed in their shell. That's how some people are living this life. They're living this life on shell mode. I don't want to get hurt. I don't want to get... But you at least have the balls to step out. I commend you for that. You started. You at least tried and attempted something. You dared to dream. You dared to believe God that he could do more with your life. And that's why some of us don't live the lives at the level that we could live it at. Because we don't dare to challenge, to step out and see what God can do. I am, in spite of everything happening, because I just believe God for more. He shows me these visions and possibilities of what I can be, and I've seen who I could be in the future if I just stay locked in and focused. I'm aiming for that. So that's why I'm beginning now. Because I don't have time, I'm only getting older, and I won't have the energy that I need, so I'm sacrificing for the end. I'm having the long-term goal in mind. You guys need to begin to think long-term. Like, if I wait on doing this right now, what's the benefit I'm going to have in the latter end? It's that short-term gratification. If you cut that out, stop looking at that, you stop eating that, you stop spending on that, you stop going to that, you stop talking to that, you'll be surprised at how much further you can go in life when you remove the distractions. And there's this thing I'm going to share with you guys. It's called the sunk cost fallacy. This is how the top 1% think. People stay invested in bad decisions because they've invested time, energy, and resources in it. And they invest a lot of time. Sometimes it's 2 years, 6 months, and they don't leave, not because they don't want to, but they're afraid that they would have wasted all the time, energy, money, and that's the cost. That's the cost for being great. You make mistakes like that. You do. Look at the millionaires, they look at the people, like they have all had mistakes like that. But what did they do? They took it to the chin, they adapted, and they continue to grow. You know? Amazon would have not been Amazon if, I don't remember their name, forgive me, if the person who built it, they continued to build for 7 years. Most entrepreneurs stop after 6 months. You can't give up. I can't give up. We can't quit. We have to have the long term in mind. Thomas Edison and the person who created Amazon, feel free to let me know in the comments. They had the long term in mind. And now they're doing great. You guys just need to start now. Because when you accept and understand that this road is going to take a lot, it's going to be a lot longer to build than you expected, get ready to buckle up. We finna go. But yeah, it's time to lock in. The best time to plant that tree was 55 years ago. Just start now, bro. You're not getting any younger. All right, this is your boy Zegon Carrier. Retain your seed, don't, so that you can grow. Signing out. Peace.